today we're going to go through the distance learning packet for day 10. Again, like we have every other day, you're going to start with your reading. Do that at the end of the video, or you can pause the video and do it now. You can choose what you want to read. There's still the foldable books at the end of the packet, or the books your teacher has given you, or you can use Epic Books or Benchmark Advanced or whatever other reading program your teacher has given you. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to review the two stories from this week, A Star Party and the text On Mars. And then we're going to look and we're going to figure out what we've learned about Mars from our passages. So the first thing we want to do is we want to read both passages. So we're going to start with A Star Party, which we read on day 6 and day 7. So it's review for us. Let's read that one through together. A star party. It's dark. Can we start? Carla asked. Carla was having a star party with her friends at the farm. They would look at stars through Mom's telescope. Yes, let's go, Mom said. Outside, far away from city lights, Carla and her friends looked at the sky. They saw many stars. Then they looked through the telescope. One star was big and bright. Mom told them it was a planet, not a star. It was Mars. Let's call it a sky party, Carla said. First thing I want to do is look at this word right here. What does that word say? Okay, if you're not sure, let's sound it out together. Mars. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a circle map of what we've learned about Mars from this passage, and then we're going to do this, we're going to add to it when we read the second passage. So I'm going to start with my frame of reference, and we're just going to do a simple circle map. You don't have to do it, but just follow along with me, or if you have paper you can do it with me. Make my circle, and I'm going to write Mars in the center because that's my topic. Now I'm going to look at the passage and see what have I learned about Mars. Let's see. What did I learn? When you look through a telescope, what did I learn about it? That it's going to be big and bright. So I want to put that in here. When you look at it from Earth, it's going to be big and bright. So it looks like a star. So I'm going to add that on here too. It looks like a star when you look at it from the sky, even though it's actually a planet. All right, so I'm going to come back to this one in just a moment, and we're going to read the second passage. And as we read it, I want you to be thinking about what have you learned about Mars. On Mars. Mars is millions of miles away from us. A kind of robot called a rover is on Mars now. It is sending pictures and information back to scientists on Earth. The rover is a machine, but in some ways it seems alive. It can move. It has eyes that are cameras and an arm that can pick up rocks. The rover's body holds many important parts, and its brain is a computer. So already I can see some things that we learned about Mars, and the very first sentence tells us something. It says Mars is millions of miles away from us. So I'm going to write that down. Millions of miles away. So it's a very, very long way. We could not get there by ourselves. I also learned that there's a robot on Mars, and it's studying it. So it's studied by a robot. And what does that robot do? It can pick up, what does it pick up? It picks up rocks. So that tells me that Mars must have rocks on it, just like Earth does. So I'm going to write it has rocks. So from these two passages, I learned that Mars looks big and bright in the sky. that it looks like a star when you look at it through a telescope. It's millions of miles away from us, and it's being studied by a robot, and that if you look at Mars, it has rocks on it that we can collect from the rover. So in 2 short little passages, we learned a lot of things about Mars. All right, so let's see where we're at now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our day 10 writing. And today you're going to make your own opinion. It says this week you read A Star Party and On Mars. Those are the 2 passages we just read. Which one did you like best? Did you like reading A Star Party best? Or did you like reading On Mars best? So then you're going to write a sentence about the one that you liked the best and tell why. So I'm not going to tell you which one I liked the best because I want you to come up with your own opinion. But I'm going to set my paper here, and I'm going to kind of give you a sentence frame to help you. I liked. They want us to use liked because they want us to give our opinion. Write the title of the one that you liked best. Put your period. Now I want you to write a sentence and tell me why you liked it. What? What was it about it? Was it the facts? Was it the picture? Was it the characters? What was it that you liked best about that passage? And then draw a picture of something that happened in that passage or something you learned. So that is your writing today. Notice there's not a whole lot of writing, not too bad today. And there is, I see, no grammar today, so you are not going to do a grammar lesson today. So we're going to move right on to our math. And I see today we're going to have 2 lessons, and then we're going to play a game together. So today, one of our lessons is to relate addition and subtraction. And we're going to talk about how those are related and how you can use what you know about addition to help you solve subtraction problems. So here is your picture that goes with this problem. 3 plus 4. 3 cherries plus 4 cherries equals how many cherries? 7. If you know that 3 plus 4 is 7, then you can also know that 7 take away 4 is 3, because I have my picture that I use for addition cover up the 4 and I have 3 left. So let's look at this one. First they want you to add, and they were kind enough to add for us. 2 plus 4 equals 6. So still using the same picture, if 2 plus 4 is 6, let me box that for you just so it's a little easier to see. If 2 plus 4 is 6, then if you took 6 and you took away 4, how many would you have? So now you can take your finger, cover up 4 cherries, how many are left? And I see that there are 1, 2 left. And then that matches, look, we have a 2 here, a 2 here, a 4 here, a 4 here, and a 6 here, and a 6 here. Let's do one more together, and then I'll have you do those other 2 on your own. So now we have 3 plus 6 equals 9. Here's your addition number sentence. Using the same picture, you have your 9 cherries, you're going to take away your 6. So if I took away my 6, what would that look like? I would cover them up. How many would be left? And there would be 3. Then we can check and see if we're correct. Let's see, there's a 3 there. There's a 3 there. 6 here, 6 here, and I have my 9s. I have the same 3 numbers, so I know that those facts are related. So now you're going to do number 3 and number 4 on your own, and you can either pause the video and then restart the video when you are done, or you can finish those at the end of the video. That is your choice. All right, and then we have one more page, and this is also not a very long page. And that's working with true or false statements. True means it is correct. 9 minus 3 equals 6. A false statement means it's incorrect. 9 minus 3 equals 3. So we can check it, and that's what we're going to do. So now we have circle true or false. 4 minus 1 equals 3. I'm going to check and see if that is correct. So there's 4, cross off 1. Do I have 3 left? 1, 2, 3. I do have 3 left. That means that this is a true answer. That is true to say 4 minus 1 is 3. Let's do number 2 together as well. 6 minus 2 equals 5. And I'm going to check because I don't want to make mistakes. So I draw 6. I cross out 2. Do I have 5 left? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I do not have 5 left. I have 4 left. That means this is a false statement, so I'm going to circle false. So now you're going to need to do number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Each time, if you draw the picture and check, you will know if it is true or false. Alright, so the last thing we're going to do today is we're going to play a game. And I'm excited about games. I like games. I hope you enjoy games. And hopefully you have someone at home to play with. Otherwise, you can just roll for yourself. So you're going to use a game board, and they gave you 2 game boards so you can play the game more than once. So you have a couple different choices. You can use counters, or you can just color in the boxes. We're going to use counters, and I'm going to have my daughter help me. She's going to use Cheerios. Cheerios for her, and I'm going to use pieces of dog food, so we don't want to get them mixed up, right? Don't want to eat them because you might eat the wrong one. Don't do that. All right, so I have my counters. Then they gave you a dice, and I've cut out the dice, and I did all the folds. I folded it all up. Let me move the game board so you can see a little bit better. And you can see where I folded it all up. So now you have a couple choices. You can glue it together. If you glue it, you're going to need to hold it for a couple of minutes because the glue stick doesn't stick very well. Or you can use a piece of tape. Now I couldn't find any tape, so I'm going to do this a different way. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut out my little squares because I didn't have tape or glue that I thought would work. So I'm just going to cut each one. And if you have a game board, an actual game with the dice, you can use that. That would be easier even than that. So now I'm going to have my little pieces here, and I'm just going to kind of throw them in a pile. So when they're all mixed up, right, we're not going to look. Alright, so Melanie's going to be Cheerios, and I'm going to be dog food. So I'm going to go first. So I'm going to pick the top card. And how many is this? 1, 2. So I'm going to put 2 counters down, 1 in each square, just like that. Then I'm going to kind of shove it there in the middle. All right, now Melanie's going to pull 1, and then set it right here so they can see it. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. She got 4, so she's going to fill in 4 squares with her counters. Oops, that's all right. All right, and then that means it's my turn again. So I'm going to flip it over, and I see a big number, so that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I'm going to count out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now it's going to be Melanie's turn. How many do you have, Melanie?
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, would you put 4 down, please? I think you cheated a little bit right there. You got 2 together. No cheat. I didn't cheat. All right, now I'm gonna go. I have 1. Easy to count though. So now I'm gonna put 1 counter. All right, Melanie's gonna go next. 5. Okay, put 5 counters. Okay, so now we're down to only a couple. So now the tricky part is if I pull 1 and it's too many, then I lose my turn and Melanie will go next. Let's see. I have 1. Okay, I can put 1 counter down. All right, so Melanie, let's see if you can get a 1 or a 2, or if we need to draw again. Oh, not a 1 or a 2. She got 5, and that's too many, so we're gonna try again, and it's my turn. How many do I have?
2.
2. I have 2. I did not cheat. And I have 2. Okay, but that doesn't mean I won, because now we're gonna count our counters and see who has the most. So count yours, and I'll count mine. I'm gonna put a G for Grissom, and we'll put an M for Melanie. Okay, so count yours.
14.
You had 14, and I have 12. All right, so I may have finished the board, but who actually won?
Wait, that's 26.
That's 26.
How do you, wait, 1.
Wait, somebody miscounted then. Good job counting those up quickly.
Oh, I have 13.
You have 13, okay. That's all right. You recognize that that wasn't 25, so that's good. And it doesn't matter because who won still? Melanie still won. All right, so this is kind of a fun game, so you can play this with a brother or sister or a parent. If you don't have someone to play with, then you can just play it by yourself using 2 different kinds of counters and see which one has the most. All right, so then all you'd have to do if we want to play again is just take the counters off, and then we're ready to play again, which we're not going to play again because you don't want to watch me play this 100 times. So I'm going to let you guys go for the day. Have fun playing the game. And make sure you fill in your tracker because this will be the whole tracker today. Take a picture of your tracker and send it to your teacher either through Class Dojo or through Google Classroom so they know you have finished your packet for the 5 days. All right, have a great day.